What is up everyone, it's Sirdeathvids. In this video I'm going to show you how I paint goblins, and this tutorial can also be used for Gretchens as well. I began by priming the Heroquest Goblin White. I may have primed it poorly, but it was cold outside when I did it, and I didn't want to spend an extended period of time outside. I started with a base layer for the skin. For this I used Warboss Green. I started from the top of the head and applied a thin coat over the model. I maybe should have used a smaller brush, but that brush is really nice to use and I like it a lot. It also has a pencil on the other side, which is handy for writing scripts for videos. I accidentally made the paint too watery on the arm, so I had to put on a bit more after that part dried. Gorthor Brown was used for this goblin's clothing. Another one has red clothing, the first one that I did, and this one that I'm still working on will either have yellow or tan for his clothes. I spread a thin layer on, starting with the back. I added more later to make his robe a uniform color. The skin was made slightly lighter with Skarsnik green. At first I tried highlighting raised areas, but then I remembered that shades fill in recessed areas, so I just applied it over the whole skin. There isn't much difference right now from between just having Warboss Green and Warboss with Skarsnik on, but it looks good in the end. I'm using Mournfang Brown for the goblin's boots. I did a sloppy job around the base because that is very easy to cover up. I got a bit on the skin, but at this stage that is easy to fix. I just have to put a little bit more Warboss and then Skarsnik Green, and it'll look like it didn't even happen. Rhinox hide was used for the belt, and I actually grabbed a smaller brush because that belt is a fine detail on the model. I just pushed and pulled the paint along the band where the belt is, and that's how I did that. I had to do some touch-up on the clothes and skin, using the paints that I had used previously for those areas. The classic lead belcher was put onto the sword. This paint itself is too shiny for a goblin weapon, so a wash was used on it later. The silver went on just the blade. I used a different color for the hilt of the short sword. Hashut copper was used on the crossguard, and XV88 was put on the lower portion of the handle. I used the same color for the crossguard for the ball at the base of the hilt. Ironbreaker was painted on the bevels of the blade, but it has a very close color to lead belcher, so it barely made a difference. A lighter silver, like Runefang Steel, probably would have been the better option. I also used Ironbreaker for the belt buckle, and touched up the leather on the belt after I filled that in. The shade Beeltan Green was applied to all the skin areas. This helps bring out some of the details. While waiting for the shade to dry, I coated the base with Eshin Grey. If you want, you could make the base fancy, but this one's just very plain. And I could have done another coat of this, but I didn't. I thought it looked fine. Igrak's Earthshade was applied on the rest of the model at this point. It was put on the clothing and sword first, and then later I put it on the boots and skin as well. Abaddon Black was used to outline the border on the base. It gives the base a very clean look. Evil Sun's Scarlet was placed in the eyes, but I messed up and had to fix the eyelids with Warboss Green. Finally, blood was put on the sword using Corn Red. And now it's finished. I know it's simple, but I do like it, and after these 3 I have another 3 to paint because there were 6 of them. That's about it for this video. I'm happy with the completed product, and I look forward to painting the rest of the models. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next episode in this series. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye!